So we are looking at the USD Euro chart. Let me preface this stream by saying this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Do not copy my trades, or I am a noob when it comes to trading. I am getting better, but for myself, I cannot tell you how to trade, nor can I give you advice. I'm doing this strictly for educational value. For all parties interested, if you want to find somebody to teach you, then I would recommend going to jasperforex.com and checking them out. Jean, who has been on several podcasts, is a good mentor. What I like about Jean is that he enjoys talking about trading, not just trying to sell his technique, not trying to push his technique on you. And that's one thing that I've had a hard time with people trying to teach me how to trade or buying courses and whatnot is you can't talk shop with people. They want to sell you their thing. They want to try to teach you their thing. And I don't know, there's just something about when somebody's trying so hard to push their stuff on you. It feels more like a salesman. It feels more like a sales pitch. But when somebody who you talk to and you really hear the enjoyment they have of the craft, the joy that they get out of trading, when you can see that in their voice and you can see that in how they're speaking, and when they just like talking about the market and they like talking about their experience and how they've grown and how they've learned and how they see the market, I put more weight into something like that than I do into somebody who's just trying to teach you. You know, there's like a difference between a mentor and a teacher. A mentor sees you, kind of can see the potential in you. A teacher kind of just is there to instruct you. So that's how I see it anyway. And that's why I went with jasperforex.com. I'm not sponsored by them. You'll see if you listen to the Neon Neuron podcast, which is on hiatus for the last, maybe 3 years. I really don't take any sponsors. I'm not looking for any sponsors. I just share things that I think are cool and stuff that I think people would like to hear about. So, I mean, take me at my word or find out for yourself. So we're looking at the, and that's the preface, that's my disclaimer. I'm not a professional trader yet. And when I become a professional trader, I'll probably just, teach my kids how to trade if they want to learn. I'm not going to turn this into a business. That's not my goal. My goal is to use this as a business to fund the fun stuff. My wife has a lot of good business ideas, so I'll fund her business with trading. But this is what we're doing. We are trading today. And you can see this is our demo account that we've been using for the last week. We are up. I got rid of the camera too because the lighting, just couldn't get the lighting right. And it kept blocking important stuff like this little area down here. What does that do? Oh, I thought that would make it go bigger, but I guess not. So you see this down here? We started this account with $1,000 on a demo, and we are up 672. Our equity at the moment is 1,700, and you can see because over here we are in 2 trades that we have been sitting in from this point right here. And then we've just been holding on to those. We've had, I think, 1 stop loss hit. If I'm not mistaken. Stop loss was hit. right here, I think. I don't know. I can't even remember. But we had a couple stop losses hit. So let's see. Let's go to the history and see what it looks like. So today we've closed out one trade so far for $60 profit, which is not bad at all. Let's go to all of our history. And so this would have been first. Okay, we had some stop out. Okay, so we haven't had anything stop out today. Fantastic. We don't have any stop trades and we are in the money. So let's go through the report. What does the report tell us? This is our equity curve. Let's see our growth. So our growth is 67% with 38% drawdown. I'm not sure I'm happy with that. Right here, you see we had a decrease. Our account went to... Oh, it doesn't tell us what it went to, but it went low. Let's see balance. At this point, our balance was 771. And that's we stopped out. A bunch of trades just got knocked out. Right here. Right here, right here, like 4 trades got knocked out, hit our stop loss, and took us out of the game. So that was exciting stuff. I'm gonna check on something real quick. See what it looks like streaming on so that looks like it's supposed to. Let's go over to Twitch and see what that looks like. Everything looks right. So this is our lost profit. Profit is $1,300. So we've made $1,300 and we've lost a total of $652. We've paid $1.33 in swap. I wonder if there's a way we can see how many pips we've made. I'm probably going to end up closing this account and then opening an account on FX Blue. You could get more input and more data when you go through them. I wasn't able to use this account. I wasn't able to figure out how to use this account through FX Blue. So let's close the report and see where we're at right now. So we are currently at $61.30 in profit. Now I put these trades in earlier today over here, and I was expecting price to continue to go up. If we go over to the chart here, this was my range. Well, this is now the range. The range before, I thought price was going to move from there to somewhere up here. This was what I thought was going to happen. Something like this. I thought the bounce would go here and then bounce up and then come down. But instead, bounced up, went halfway, and then rejected somewhere over here. I guess we have interest in price at this point right here. So at that point, people started selling again. I think there was a news event actually that came out. Lagarde, she spoke, and I think it was good news for the dollar because the dollar had a huge rebound. But then also, if you look at it, this is a retracement move. So we got huge action coming down and then a retracement, which since I was looking at it on the 1 minute chart, and this is something that happens when you look at the smaller charts, you have to be aware of the larger charts, because this retracement, if I would have caught this, I could have sold all of this here, sold here, and then collected on the way down. But I thought this was a bounce up, and that, you know, it took me for a loop, because why did it take me back that far? Because you can see right here, it's just a retracement on the larger time frame. And here is the real area right here, from here to here. So this is the range that I'm looking at. Something like that. Maybe down here like that. So I'm expecting it before London opens. I'm expecting price to come down again and then really take off when London opens to meet us up around the 8600 zone. So I would probably want to close these and then just reopen them when price comes down again, since we're in profit here. So I'm going to go ahead and close those now. And we are at 1,722. We were just at $1,600. And considering that I'm expecting price to go below, or go back down rather, I'm probably going to open a sell up here and then close it somewhere down here, or maybe like right here in the middle, just to be safe, just to collect a couple bucks before we really have that big move up. I don't know if I'll still be trading when London opens, because it's only 11 o'clock New York time. But let's go ahead and open these sell positions. All right, so everything's correct. Let's we're gonna adjust our take profit to something. What's going on with the chart? Something weird just happened. All right, so here's our open order right there. And we are open at and wouldn't you know, price immediately goes against me. So let's go back to the big chart. I probably want to keep a tighter stop loss too, not the 35, but let's tighten that stop loss up. There it is, right there. So if we go to the 1 hour, we could see it better. So we're going to take our stop loss down maybe 18 pips. Right about there. So that'll be a $90 loss if it gets hit, and it won't be such a brutal loss for us. And then if it keeps going up, if it even goes up to this line, the stop loss line, I'll probably just add another sell. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that to happen, let's go ahead and let's do some replaying, shall we? Let's close some of these that we don't need to see. All right, and let's have a little bit of fun, just exercising some. Well, we're gonna go hit our replay. gonna hit the replay. Let's see, September. I wonder if we can get all the way back to September. Yeah, this is a good place to start. So we are September 5th. And let's put on our time charts. Okay, so let's watch London. So we'll watch London play out and we will jump in when New York opens and see what happens. Okay. Let's play. We're doing our daily analysis is what this is. Just watching the let's just say we woke up just now. And we're ready to get into the market. We have to know what happened before, and that'll help us to anticipate what happens, what's going to happen. So we have London high, New York high, and Tokyo high all up in this area right here. So we can go ahead and just draw our line all right up in here. So all this area is the high. And then we had a huge drop in Tokyo and London. So we're seeing a downswing. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. Maybe, let's just down the 15, doesn't matter. So we have a huge downswing right here. We got a bit of a retracement, and then it's coming down again. So that was the London tested Tokyo low, and then it tested the Tokyo low again and got rejected. So what that's showing us is that price is dropping. We are in seller's territory, all in here. So everything we see is going to be for a sell. So we will probably sell green candles. Let's see how it goes. A little anxious, man. This is I get butterflies before the market opens. It's exciting. Cause it's like here. I remember when I was working at a call center, and they train you with fake calls when you start. And then it's like a week of training. And then after that week of training, you go live. And it's you and your group that you started with. And you're all waiting for your calls to come in. Like they start channeling the calls, the live calls to your phones. And you're just sitting there waiting. And all of a sudden the phones start ringing. And one by one, everybody starts answering. And you're like... Your pulse quickens and you're waiting for your phone to ring, and you're just like, oh man, and you're watching everybody around you get hit with the live call, and then finally your phone rings and you hit the button and you're in it, and you have no time to think. You only have time to respond. So that's what it feels like with the market. You're like, okay, here it comes. 8:30 right around the corner. What is it gonna be? And bam. New York is open. We are at London low. So based on this, like I said, price is dropping. Probably we have the retest here. We have a test here. So we might see another retest happen. So we're going to wait. I'm going to wait for a while and see. We're not just going to jump in immediately because you want to see how North America reacts. So we'll give it a second. Watch. Remember, we're selling green candles. And there we go. And we're going to sell there. And we're going to put our stop loss at, what was it? I can't even remember now. Because we're going with 5 standard lot size. So the pippage is still the same. It's just 1750. That's right. So our stop loss is at 1750. Because why is it not? Come on. All right. All right, fine. And then we're going 3, so 5 times 30 is 150. I think so. Let me double check my math. Yeah, 150. Of course, I should have believed in myself. So 150. Come on, just, oh, good grief. I want to do it. And it's not, I guess because we have a 0. All right, so we're just gonna have to do this manually. Let's see what the market holds for us. Another, so if it hits 150, we're closing. Oh man, I bought. I can't believe I bought. All right, let's close it. Close it. I messed up. Let's stop. All right, so that was my mistake. I wanted to put a sell order. We're selling the green candles, not buying the green candles. So I messed up. The best thing to do when you mess up is to get out immediately. As soon as I realized I was done, like I had messed up, I closed the order because, yeah, chances are that it could go up, but that wasn't the way I was working this morning. I was working for a sell, and when I'm working in one direction, I want to stay in that direction. I don't want anything to mess me up. So it's just easier to get out. Of course, I'm out 150. That's just one trade away from break even. So let's go ahead and let's start over. Okay, so of course you can see price rejected. We would have been in the money right here, right there. We would have been in the money if I would have been paying attention. Because there's 3 pips right there. From here, 3 pips right there. Bam, we would have won. We would have been good. So this is our area that we're going to be watching now. When price goes back to it, just keep watching, and we'll open another sell order. Ooh, man, we would have been really good. There we go. Oh, duh. That makes sense. That makes sense why the stop loss and the take profit wasn't working. Okay, so here's our take profit at 150. Because it was backwards and we closed it in profit. We're good. That trade was good. We are above break even now. We're $30 up. So let that be a lesson. If you are in a trade that you do not want to be in, or that you got in by accident, or that it was a mistake in direction, close it immediately. Because now we're back in. We are back in the money and we got nothing to worry about. So this is moving too fast for me. I'm going to try and I'm going to go to a smaller. I like going to the 1 minute. All right, so I did learn that when you are on a essential account on TradingView, you only have a history of 10,000 bars on any given time frame. So right now we're working on the 1 minute time frame. So we have 10,000 bars on the 1 minute. So we can only go back so far. And I'm going to go back as far as they will let me. November 24th. Okay, so it looks like November 22nd. November 19th. All right, let's see November. Let's start here from the London Open. And what happened? Okay, okay, so this is where we'll start. All right. Since I'm used to working on the 1 minute, let's stick with the 1 minute. All right, so let's do our pre-game analysis. We have resistance up here in this area. So we're going to keep that as our resistance. We have price coming down. And we have London is about to open. So let us see what London brings us. So before we do that, we're showing a test of the high, retest, another test, and then are we gearing up to test it again, or are we just trying to build momentum before we shoot back up? That's what we're looking for right now. So let's see what happens. So far, London looks like it's coming up. What is it doing? Let me speed this up a little. That's too slow. So it looks like we might want to test the high. I still have no idea what's happening. We're in the range right here. Okay, and I would say it looks like we are selling another rejection. So we are selling green candles. Sell it. And let's put our take profit at 150, which is 30 pips, and our stop loss at 1750, which is 35 pips. There we go, right there. All right, so we're not going to focus on this. We're just focusing in this area right here. If it gets to this point, we're out, we're closing. There's no reason for us to stay in. Okay, and bam, hit it. Got it. Look at that. $155. We're in. We are ITM. All right, so let's look for the next green candle that we're going to sell. Let's sell it. So let's put in our take profit 150 and our stop loss way up here. 1750. Right there. I mean, it might, but we won't let it get to that point. We'll close it before it even gets to that. So let's see how this plays out. Hit it again. Perfect execution. Man. We are at 320 already, and it is still morning in London. So let's wait for our next green candle. Here we go. We can try and sell this one. Let's go for a take profit 30. And of course 1750. Let's see how that goes. Bam, hit it again. So that's why you practice, because you have to know where know where the market came from. You know where the market came from, and then that tells you what the market is probably gonna do. But you can't wait for the morning that you're trading to practice this. You have to practice this before you try to trade. You have to practice this day in and day out, because that's what gets you ready. That's what gets you deep into the mind of the market. All right, so let's wait for the next green candle. And we will probably not see one. We may right here, we might be seeing the low. So in order to find out where the market is going, we have to see where the market has been. And you can see right here in this area, you see price bouncing around, kind of, we see a range developing. So we know that this is why price is ranging right here again, because there is some interest in this area right here. So we could see price come up a little bit. We could see a retracement before we see a move down or a move that keeps going up. And I'm a little hesitant now to buy the green or to sell the green candles, because after this long move here, price from up here to down here, let's see, up here it's 88.25, down here it's 86. So we might be seeing a little big, like a big retracement coming, and that could be back to up here or back into this range. But let's push play and see what happens. Let's ride it. Okay, is it coming back up? Ooh, no. Ooh, that would have been a good place to buy right here. I mean, a good place to sell right here. And then just write it down. So I let this price action scare me a little bit. This huge drop when I should have stuck to my guns. I should have felt my instinct is to sell. You know, this is I'm a seller by nature. Now we could sell this. We've seen a little bit of a bounce back. It's testing this area again. Like, we still have this area right here. So when you see a line, don't look at it as a line. You have to look at it as kind of a box. Like, anything can happen. See, it's coming down, tests the top, tests the bottom, breaks out, and now it's testing the bottom again. The line is just less clutter, you know? If I wanted to put it in the accurate spot, I'd probably put it like right here. So it's bouncing around, and then drop. And then it's bouncing around again where the lowest part of this zone was. And it's testing the low. Will it break through or will it continue to drop? Considering we're in seller's territory, all up here. Because the bigger picture, if you're looking at like the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour time frame, the move is up. It's a bullish move. And on the smaller time frame, it's this is just a retracement. So we might be looking at a return up, a return to the bulls. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to put any order in yet until after we get the action right here, around here. So you can see it's starting to stifle a little bit. The moves aren't as big as they were. So this just gotta wait and see. Actually, I'm gonna put in a buy. Let's put in a buy order. Let's go with 3 pips. Let's go with our usual stop loss, 1750. I wish there was a way to put it in manually. All right, that's far enough. And let's see what happens. All right, push play. Ooh, okay, we are out 200. May have been a bad Yeah. I could get out now, or I could just wait. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till at least we get to break even, and then I'll just close it. Because that was okay, maybe not. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. I was in break even. I could have closed it. I could have been good. But that's how the market plays with you. We were in drawdown. I think we were $300 at this point. Let's see. We can accurately measure that. At this point, we were $400 in drawdown. And we were in drawdown for, let's see, 30 to 4:31, almost an hour. And as soon as I came back to break even, instead of closing it, I was like, no, I think it's going up now, so I'm pretty sure it's going to keep going. I'm pretty sure. But and then of course draw down again. And now we're back. And I'm going to go ahead and close it because I would much rather get a small profit than a small or large drawdown. And then let's see what happens. Okay, so it would have made it, but you know what? Better safe than sorry. And as you can see now, it looks like the market may have turned, so we may have found the bottom of the range around here. And let's go back. So it's probably like in this area. Probably about, yeah, like right here is the bottom of the range. Break above, then we got the bounce, and then we got, so we're looking at price going up. So it might be safe to change your bias, but considering we're still in seller's territory at this time, we might want to wait until New York opens to turn buyer. So I'm going to sell at this point. I'm going to continue selling. It just makes sense to continue selling because we might range a little bit here at the bottom before we continue up. So take profit will be 150. Stop loss will be way up here. Let's go ahead and do that. Bam, look at that. We are still selling and we are still making it good. So what does that mean? We are selling the green candles until further notice. Probably could have sold that one. Probably could have sold that one. Oh man, I'm like hesitant on the trigger book. Okay, let's sell this one. Let's put in our take profit and stop loss. 150, stop loss 1750, way up here. Okay. Come on. Ooh. Look at how close. Look at it right there. Look how close it got to our take profit. And then it's like, nope, not today. All right, so it looks like price may have turned a corner. So as soon as we get into any kind of profit, I'm closing it. All right, I'm closing it. Took a small hit right there. It looks like, you know, I think I may have been a little premature on that button there. I'm going to say price before it goes up, it's going to come back. It's going to test down here before it shoots way up, before it runs away with us. Let's see if I'm right. And I probably could have come into profit if I would have just waited. Because another thing you'll notice is that This is the London Open where a lot of activity happens, a lot of volume comes in, a lot of volatility. The bars are larger. And then as the day progresses, the bars start to get choppy. It turns into like the ocean where the waves are choppy and you can't surf or bodyboard. And I mean, you can, but you're waiting a long time for some large bars to come in. Whereas over here, you could surf every wave. Look at that, just surfing, 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 and then it starts to get choppy. So I probably should have stopped trading around 4 o'clock, 3 or 4, like right around here when it bottomed out is when I should have stopped trading, because we were doing really good. Look at this, we were hitting it nonstop, bam, bam, bam. And then this one closed over here. So let's see what London continues to bring us. So maybe I was good to close that early at a loss of only 200. And this looks like might be the retest of the zone here. Nope. Oh yeah, here it comes. And then this is the real turnaround. As it comes down, it's gonna probably range in here until New York opens, and then we'll get our big move continuation again. So New York is about to, North America is about to open, but New York doesn't open until 8:30. You can see the volume pick up again. There's probably like news events all through here. We're going to get news coming out, reports, data, numbers, speeches, and that's going to affect all this. That's another reason I wake up from 6:30 to 7:30. I wake up, and then I don't start trading until New York opens, and that gives me time to avoid the news. That gives the market time for news to come out, to have its effect, to make the chaos, and then by the time New York opens, it's mostly settled down, and I can kind of just go with the flow instead of having to second guess or gamble on whether it's going to be up or down, whether I'm going to have to ride or die. So we have the retest of this area right here. Bam, came down. It wouldn't have been, if I would have stayed in, I could have broke even if I would have closed right here, but I would have been riding it all day. See, I closed it right here early for like a $200 loss. And if I wouldn't have closed it then, I would have been in it from 448. So let's say 445 to about 6:30-ish. So what is that, like 4:45? It's an hour, almost an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on if I would have waited for this one. Because like what happened last time, when I was in break even, I was like, no, I'm going to let it see if it comes down. And then the second time it bounced, I was like, okay, I'm going to close it because I don't want to lose. Was it right here? I think it came back up. Yeah, it came up and then it started going down and then it went up again and I closed it because it's like, I don't want to be in it too long. All right, so we have the retest. We have the price moving up again. And it looks like the buyers might be back. We're just going to keep watching until New York comes in. We got North America opens at 7:30. I think we're going to continue to sell because it looks like they're taking price up right before New York opens, and then they're just going to drop it. So everybody's buying the euro. Ooh, here we go. Look at, did you see that news event? Right there. 7:30. Some kind of news came out and just made price go crazy. So it jumped up real quick. People thought it must have been like the euro had good numbers. There were good numbers in Europe. Market was good. People were buying stuff like that, like housing, consumers, or maybe they're fighting inflation very, very hard. So price goes up and then it comes back down as people are collecting profit. So the people that bought down here, a bunch of people bought, let's buy. And then price goes up, and then all those people that bought are closing their orders really fast. And everyone, like new traders, novice traders who don't know what they're doing, and gamblers are all putting in their money to like, oh, it's going to keep going up. Let's do this. But it doesn't. The people who made their money at the top are just closing their orders as fast as they can to collect that big check, and it's dropping price, and it is dropping price fast. Price goes back to where it originated and then keeps dropping. And this is why I don't trade the news, because you can't anticipate this. You can't foresee this. You are just hoping that you get in one way or the other. And it's chaos. And it's a thrill. It's exciting, but it's gambling. It's not trading. So we have price coming down. So you can see how interesting that is. As price is about to break, they start taking price up, and this tricks a lot of people to think that price is going up. But then after the news, price goes down again, and we get a retest of this lower area right here. Bam. So there's a whole nother area down here. Right there. See that right there? Hits this area, then drops, and then it comes back. So there's a new zone. Before we were playing around in this area, like up here. Now we're playing around in this area. We're playing underneath this zone. And that is the low of London. This creates the low that we will be looking at when New York opens. And then it comes back up. See, hits that point and then comes back up. So right now it's stabilizing. It's finding the middle. So here's the top, here's the bottom, and here's the middle. And they're taking it up again until New York opens, and then they'll probably start selling again. 8:30. Just gotta wait. Or who? Look at that. If it comes back down here, we might be buying. We might be buying New York. Another thing that I find interesting is that you can see where the bounces go. You can kind of, let me see if I could, let me try this one. You can kind of see how the bounces are happening. And then it'll probably hit here and then bounce a little bit more. So if you, let's see, like right here, you can see the bounce. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Let me get rid of that one. You can kind of see the way the market bounces, which is really, really fascinating. So it goes like that. It's almost like an animation. Oh, I gotta turn the magnet off. All right. So you can see how it bounced, and then it came down, and then it bounced again, and then there's going to be probably another bounce, and then it'll probably just drop under. But I find that really, really, really interesting, how there's this arc, and then there's these moves in here like this right here, that interrupts the arc. And this is all news events, news events, news events that interrupt the arcs. So if there wasn't any news events and the economy was just running like it's supposed to, these arcs would probably be perfect. Like true fractal in nature. And then smaller, and then smaller, and then smaller, 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 and then change, and then like curve up. So like we have this dome, and then as price, when price bounces, when it tries to bounce up from underneath, it becomes a bowl. So it goes from a dome, it'll turn into a bowl, and it'll start testing the top. See, right now it's testing support. And then if it breaks support, it'll start testing resistance, so it'll turn into a bowl. Just something that I kind of noticed that I thought was interesting. But even that being said, you still can't guess how it's going to move. Before we continue, let me show you this. We went in with a buy order, and price has moved against us to the tune of $15. So I'm just kind of waiting to see how this plays out. But anyway, let's continue our buying and selling. Here comes New York. Looks like we are, I'm going to say we're buying. Yep. So we are going to buy the black candles. On a traditional chart, these candles would be red. It would be green and red. Green for bullish, red for bearish. But, you know, the Neon Neuron has a color scheme, and this is it. So this is how I do it. We're going to go ahead and buy right here. Take profit to 150. And then stop loss way down here. 1750. We'll just say it's 1750. And let's see. Ooh, man, did I? Oh, uh-oh. I may have... Okay, so we're testing the low, and we are... I wasn't even paying attention to how big this was getting. So now we are in drawdown, and we have a couple options. And let's kind of contemplate what happened here. This is that bad habit that I've been talking about, where I assumed the market was going to do what I thought it was going to do, and instead of reading the market, I jumped in. I just was like, it's a buy, let's do it. When what I should have done was waited, because we had one red candle that turned into 3 red candles. That turned into a huge move down that put us in $700 drawdown. And if I'm guessing, I'm looking at, if this was the zone, we're looking at something like this. Bounce off the top, and then a break through the middle, and now we're testing the bottom to see, is it going to come back up, or is it just going to keep dropping? And knowing what we know from here, price is going down. So we are in the seller's house. And instead of respecting the sellers, we decided to rep for the buyers, and it's costing us money right now. So I could close at $740 loss, which puts us back in the red, or we can continue to wait and see if price will come back. And let's see, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna wait until 10 before I make my decision. So our loss is a lot smaller. You can see it's testing the zone again. And as soon as we get to break even, we are breaking even. So it's playing around in our zone right now. Remember, the zone is not this line, it is something like this. Like about that. And it's bouncing around inside this zone where price is building interest. People are interested in what's happening right here. Okay, I'm getting close. Ooh, man, that would have been a good place to close. Oh, come on, just let me. Okay, I'm closing. Look at that, and it would have cleared. I panicked, but you know what? Once again, I would much rather be out of a bad trade than just ride that. And it's going to happen. You are going to have bad days. You're going to wake up, and there's going to be a little voice inside your head that says, don't trade today. Do not trade today. And you're going to trade, and it's going to be a bad day. And you're going to be like, I should have listened to that voice. And that's all right. It's fine to have losses like we have here. It's perfectly all right to see some red, to see $100, $200, $186, $90. It's okay to see red. There's nothing wrong with having bad days. The part that becomes a problem is when you let those bad days dwell in your mind, when you let them define the way you react, when you let them define you as a trader. You cannot let those bad days ruin it for you. And the more you get good at accepting the loss and moving forward, the better you get at making money, because you're not upset about the money you lost, and you're not upset about how it made you feel or how it affected your overall score, your percentile. And and that's a huge problem that I've had, because I like to perfect everything. I like to complete everything 100%. And in the market, in trading, you just can't do that. You have to take some hits. I remember when I was playing Splinter Cell. When Splinter Cell came out, that game was awesome. I loved it. And I tried to get through the game without killing anybody. But there was one part where you had to kill this guy in order to get to the next mission. There was one guy that you just had to kill. There was no way around it. And I sat there and I tried to figure it out. And I tried over and over and over again. I tried 1,000 different things to try to 100% this level without killing, or this game without killing anybody. And you just couldn't do it. And I just had to accept that. I had to be like, well, this is just going to be the one guy that I have to kill. And so I did. And then I just continued. I went on. I moved forward. But it's weird. It's hard. It's I don't know if it's a problem, or it's a deficiency, or if it's I don't know, I'm hesitant to say a disability, because I just couldn't let it go. I couldn't get over it. So it like, I sat with it for a while. But there's just this thing in this drive that I have to be perfect, and it almost destroys everything that I touch. And it's weird that, trading is the thing that's kind of exercising this bad habit, or these negative modes of thinking. It's exercising them from my mind and helping me to get over it, helping me to not try to be perfect all the time. It's opening my eyes to be like, look, it's okay to not be perfect. I am the market, and I tell you that you are imperfect, and that is perfectly okay. I'm like, thanks, market. You have opened my eyes to so much. How could I ever repay you? And the market says to me, silly child, you could never repay me. So just forget about it. Go live your life, make your money, and help others. And that's what the market says to me. So it's interesting. It's very, very fascinating. There was like several months where the market just dominated my mind. It was the only thing I would think about. I would see the market in everything. I would look up at the sky and the stars would be like, we're part of that market. We're part of that organized chaos that you see every day. We are reflected in its movements. I listen to chiptune music and I'm like, this is the market. The way the market goes up and goes down, but not just straight up and straight down. It's got waves and it's got circles and it's got cycles. And I'm like, man, this is chiptune music. The way I breathe is the market. It goes up and down, and sometimes I breathe regularly, and sometimes I breathe erratically, and sometimes I hold my breath, and sometimes I just, it's crazy. I was obsessed for months just thinking about the market. I saw it in everything. It was crazy. I saw it in the behavior of humans. I saw it in the dawn of man and the end of times. Anyway, let's get back to the market. So it looks like the buyers may be back. We're seeing the bull. So remember when I told you there was an arc for the bounce against support, and now we're looking at the bull movement. We're starting to see that. So now we are making the high. And I feel comfortable going in for a buy. And we'll set our take profit 150. And our stop loss somewhere down here. Just far enough so that we have time to react. Are you kidding me? All right, we are in drawdown. Let me tell you my first mistake. My first mistake was trading after the 2 hours of New York Open. So New York Open 2 hours right here. This is the most active, where you're going to find a lot of movement, a lot of action. And 10:30 rolled around and I was done. I should have stopped. Now I'm $600 in drawdown. And I am praying that it goes no lower. If I was smart, I would close it and just take the hit. Because it doesn't look like the buyers were back. I was fooled. And I was a fool. And we are just losing more money. And man, I should have closed it. Now I'm sitting. Let's put that at 1750. Because that is our drawdown. And it almost seems like it's not worth it for $150. So at this point, we have two options. We know that there is a high So you can see the range, hits the top, comes down, hits support, and is shooting up to resistance. So let's see if that, instead of going for the 3 pips, we can now move this for something a little bit higher. I'm aiming for the gold, because we have a full range now. So we've gone from being a scalper to being a swing trader now. And when you're a swing trader, you have to have money in the bank so you can survive these big drawdowns. Remember, we're pretending we're playing with a $10,000 account. So losing $2,000 while it hurts, it's not tragic. Let's speed this up a little just to see. What is it going to do? And it is, see, the problem here now too is because I entered after the rush of the New York Open, it's getting smaller and smaller. The range is getting tighter and tighter, and we're probably going to be sitting on this trade well into London. Got a little bit of action in Sydney. You don't see that very often. Got a price going up. So we're testing the low again, the range. This area, oof. And I do not like what I'm seeing. I'm going to tell you right now, this kind of hurts. It hurts. All right. So let's talk about this. Ever since we got to this point, we have been in seller's territory. Buyers are not being able to push price higher. For 1 day, 2 days, for 2 days, buyers have not been able to push price higher. This is all seller's territory that we're in right here. The mistake I made was trying to buy in a seller's territory. And you can see how obvious that is, because every time I tried to buy, it just did not work. I bought here, sellers came in, almost took me out, and I closed at barely a profit. Then I bought here, sellers came in, and they're about to close me out. And the crazy thing is, I bet after I hit the stop loss with this trade, as soon as the stop loss gets hit, it's probably gonna fly. So let's see. They're gonna close me out, and then they're gonna fly. If I'm lucky, they're gonna fly as soon as London opens. And I'll find salvation. Come on, don't let me down. London. This is your money, London. This is yours. Buy it. Also, you have to remember this is the 1 minute chart. If we were like on the 1 hour chart, you would see that these right here would be just wicks at the bottom of huge candles. And this is a wick on top, and there's a wick on the bottom right here. And then there's a, let me see, there's an option here that allows you to see that, like what the candles would look like. I just don't remember which setting it is. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Let's see. Come on, let's see the candles. There it is. See? So these are the candles. You can see there was a lot of, it opened up here, it went up a little bit, and then it came all the way down here, but then it closed up here. So these are the session candles. And it kind of gives you an idea. It's, and this is what I was talking about, like the fractal nature of the market. Big candles equal all these little candles. How crazy is that? That's so like, oh, there's poetry in that. All these little candles make up the big daddy candle. And it shows you exactly how the market moved. The market opened here, it came down, so you get this wick right here. And then it went up, so you get the top of the wick, but then market came down. And then you have this whole area right here, which is the range. And then it tried to go up again, but it came down. So we have the market is at the top of this range right here. The body of the candle is what it's creating. So you can see how the body moves. It goes up, it goes down, it follows the current price. And then let's see where it ends. And that'll give us an idea of the movement of the market. Oh, thank you so much, London. London in the house. Look at that. We are 500. And we are headed for our target. Man. And you see the candle now, where it was at one point, this wick was way down here. Now the body is big and the wick is small. And we are looking really good. I'm going to slow this down a little bit so I can fully absorb what is happening. And we can continue to watch this candle form. The London candle. Come on, don't let me down. Oh, you magnificent creature, you. And just look how the candle changes. So it looks like the sellers may be back. I mean the buyers. Oh, sellers. Why did I say that? Now the sellers are back. Now look at that. It just created the candle again. Now we have the wick right here because price went up, but it couldn't stay up. And now it's back into the body, creating this range here. I should have just taken it. I should have just taken it. But this is what it's looking like. We have New York about to open. So price gets taken up and then it comes back down as New York is going to open, which leads me to believe that they're bringing it down because they're going to keep pushing it up when New York opens. So I'm still hopeful. Let's see. Remember, this is the range and it hasn't really broken the top of the range. We have the bottom of the range right here where it broke several times, stayed under, and then it came back up. And then we have the top of the range right here where it only broke once. Actually, we could probably put that lower, probably like around right here. Yeah, that seems more accurate. We could probably turn the candles off now, even though it's cool to see. Let's see what happens when a candle is finished before we turn off this setting. So we got the candle here and we are about to see. All right, so there it completed the candle. The London candle right there. We have the high, the low, the open, the close. And all these little candles make up this big giant candle. It's very, very cool. So we can turn that off. All right, so New York is now open. And as you can see, they took price up immediately. Let's see if it continues in that direction. It's looking good so far. Looking very good. It might even, if it gets anywhere between this, I'm going to close it. I'm just going to close it. Just, no, I'm going to let it go because it's going to break. Bam, hit. Look at that. $1,500 in. That was a $900 trade right there. And when you swing trade like that, chances are you can make more money. You can make more money that way by swing trading and just holding for a long time. Or you can make more money scalping, but going in with bigger size. So we started here with 100,000 units. And let's see, we are at 930. So let's see if it retests and then break, and then we'll show what 100,000 units versus 500,000 units is. That looks like the test. All right, I'm going to put in a buy order right here. So we're at 100,000 units. Take profit is going to be 30 pips. So that will be $30. Stop loss 35. I mean 3 pips, sorry. The take profit is 3 pips, which is $10 a pip, $30. And then stop loss will be 35 pips at $350. Right around there. And our goal, we're just trying to get 3 pips. Bam. Got it immediately. So that's $30. Now we can make that 500 units, which is $50 a pip. So we're going to wait for another. Okay, this looks like one we can buy. So we'll buy that. Stop loss is down here, 35 pips. Take profit is 3 pips, which is 150. Sorry. 3 pips at $50 is 150. Of course, our stop loss is 1,750 now. But we never want to let it get to that. Just got to get better at closing them right away. So remember, 3 pips at 100,000 units was $30. 3 pips at 500,000 units is $150. So that's another way you can make money. You can either make money real quick by going with larger size, or you can make money just by waiting longer for it to hit your target price. Me personally, I like going in with larger size and getting that quick return. But you also need to be accurate. Look at this. Immediately we're in drawdown, 235 bucks. And it's almost like, ugh, is it worth it? It has to be worth it because that's how we trade. Now we just wait. Oh, you, bam, nailed it. And then we can even try 1,000,000 units and see what that does. All right, so I'm gonna buy here. Our take profit is 3 pips, which would be what, $300? Is that 3 pips? Let's make sure, because I don't want to be wrong here. Yeah, that's 3 pips. So at 1,000,000 units, that's $100 a pip. That's $300. And then our stop loss is going to be ridiculous. I don't even know what it is. I haven't done the math on that one. Let's see, 35 pips from entry. 35, right about there. 85.47. Okay, so 3,510. is that's 35 pip loss. That's our stop loss right there. So we can make $300, but we run the risk of losing $3,000. And I say we run the risk of losing because we're definitely not going to let it get this far. We're going to close it anywhere at this area right here. We're expecting it to hit the zone and then bounce up. And if it hits the zone and continues down, we're closing it. I probably should have actually waited for it to retest the zone, but I was kind of just eager to show what 1 million units looks like. So let's see if golden, we did it. $300 for 3 pips. Now I'm definitely going to wait for it to hit. And then, all right, let's see what 5 million looks like. 5 million. Oh, we only have a max of 1 million. All right, well, we'll stick with that then. We'll just stick with that. 300 pips is all we'll get. I mean, $300 is all we'll get. Let's put in a buy order because we're testing the top. 300. And then bring it down to 35.10, was it? 35. Let's just say 3,500 square. That's why it's exciting, because there's so many different ways to make money. Scalping isn't the only way. Swinging isn't the only way. There's different strategies as well. There's this way that we use. We figure out the direction, then we buy the opposite, or we buy or sell the opposing candle. So if we're buying, we're going to buy when the candle is black. We'd buy here, we'd buy here, we bought here, we bought here, we bought here, and now we bought here because we're buyers. And if we were selling, we would sell when the candle is green. So we'd sell these green candles, we'd sell these green candles, we'd sell these green candles, these green candles, these green candles, these green candles. Because we're just looking for that little move. So you want to see the price go up, and then we'll sell at the top and collect at the bottom. Sell at the top, collect at the bottom, sell at the top. And for buyers, we sell at the bottom, collect at the top. Sell at the bottom, collect at the top. Sell at the bottom, collect at the top. We're selling at the bottom in anticipation of collecting at the top. And let's see if we collect or if we regret. And it looks like we're regretting. Nope. Come on. Come on. The other problem is, though, is that our New York... Oh, man, I got rid of it again. All right. So New York from 8... Oh, no, there it is. Oh, wait, I moved it to the... There we go. All right. So New York... The New York Open is roughly 8:30 to about 10:30-ish before price starts getting weird. So we are still good to trade. And this looks like a retracement. We have a bullish move with a slight retracement and a possibility for a bam! Continuation in bullish price action, which we just saw right there. We bought at the bottom right here. We could have waited to buy here or here. But regardless, we are still in the money because price came back and closed out. This is why we practice. That's why you gotta practice. Practice makes better. I'm not gonna say practice makes perfect because, as they say on the Ink Panther podcast, only God is perfect. Which means it's a simple way to say nobody's perfect. So striving for perfection is a fool's errand. So that is the difference in price. So now we're up $2,000, almost $3,000. One more trade would make us good. what should we do? I'm gonna buy. I'm going to buy because I want to take that number to 3,000, and I'm going to. Ah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna say it's gonna retest the high. Coming back, it's gonna retest the high because we are at the top of the zone. We are doing pretty good. I'm gonna say at least it's gonna get around this area. So let's go ahead and set our stop loss. 35.10. All right. And let's see how price treats us. Oh man. Doesn't treat us too good. Not good at all. Okay. Scary is what it does. 13. We might see a I probably should have stopped it right there. Oh man, this is not good at all. Why didn't I close it? Why didn't I close it? Why didn't I close it here? Why didn't I close it when it was 1,000? Why didn't I close it when it was 2,000? And now we're at $3,000 in drawdown and counting. And it's going to hit. Yep, we're gone. We're gone. It's over. All of our profit gone. Oh, it is just like these are the days that hurt. Because I keep saying 35 pips stop loss, but we don't need to let it go to 35 pips. And what do I let it do? I let it go to almost 35 pips. So why do I say that? Why do I keep saying that if I don't actually do it? And now we've gone from being scalpers trying to... Oh no, because I messed up when I tried to make it a big score. Now we're swingers. And we gotta hope that this was a move that the buyers made, trying to push the price down so that they can buy lower. And look at that. Look how long it's taking for price to go from just to even get back. Now we're at the worst time of day when price action is, the bars are small, it's not moving as fast and it's not moving as much, and we're going to be in it probably till London again. If we don't just get stopped out with the next move. Oh man, we're done. We're out. So many opportunities to close it, and I didn't take a single one. I need to write this down because I have to remember that this is something that I do terribly. I don't close losing trades, and I need to start closing losing trades. All that money, $2,700, now gone. With one bad trade. So it's also the reason why you don't want to go, if you're not prepared, you don't want to go in with size that big. I was perfectly happy working with 500,000 units. So now we're back at 500,000 units. And at this point, I'm going to be done for the day. Actually, I'm going to buy. Let's buy. Because why else would it get taken down this low if not for the buyers to sell it? I mean, if not for the buyers to buy and sell it later. All right, that was good. Okay, now it's Sydney. Sydney is open and not much happens for Sydney, but where are we on the scale? Oh, perfect. This is something I want to show you. price is in a range right here. And what that means is that it's bouncing around from this price to this price. This is the price range. So we have the area of about 8,800 to about 8,400. And you can see price hits the top and then it hits the bottom and then it hits the top and then it hits the bottom. And sometimes it takes forever to go back and forth. Like this right here, hit the top, hit the bottom, and then it's kind of gets confusing sometimes, but you can always guarantee that it's going to tap top, tap bottom, tap the top again. So we are probably going to tap the bottom before it moves up. Those are the probabilities right there. We're close to this move. So it's going to tap this line. So we could sell in anticipation of this, which I'm kind of inclined to do just to see. So let's go ahead and sell it. And we'll take put our take profit right there and our stop loss somewhere up there because we're not too concerned with that. So I got to get better at closing. If it's a losing trade, then I'm going to close it quickly because that's what I need to learn how to do. I need to put myself in these positions where they can be losers so I can get better at closing them. That's what I need to work on. I need to stop working on taking profit and making good trades. I need to start working on fixing bad trades. Look at that. Oh man, it came so close. What just happened? I wasn't even paying attention. All right, we're in the money. Oof, man. Come on, you have to touch the bottom. This is also why this isn't a, what's it called? This isn't a line, it's a zone. So you see from there to there, and it bounced off the top of the zone. So now we're looking at the possibilities of this not returning here, but continuing up. So now I got to make a decision. And that decision is going to be this area right here is where I draw the line. Probably right there. I don't want to, that's where I think if it goes past that, it's probably going to keep going. But right now there is a chance that it can come down again and then bounce up. And that's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on that probability to come back in here to this zone. Come on. Ooh. You just want to make me cry, don't you? You just want to make me cry. Oh, do you see that? I had a chance and as I'm watching it, there's just a fleeting idea of I should probably close this while I'm in profit. I should probably, like, I see green, I should probably close this. 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 And then, of course, I probably should have closed it. Yeah, look at that. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. It gets intense sometimes. And sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I'm going to say that fight, flight, or freeze. I chose to freeze and it worked out, but freezing is not always going to work out. It would have been better if I would have just closed it in profit here, 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 but lucky for me, I can literally say at this point, I got lucky. I got lucky that price actually hit my target. Even though the probabilities were good, it was a huge gamble. It went from being a scalper, being a swinger, to being a gambler, and then just praying that price was going to come down here and not continue up. But that being said, now that we know that price is down here, we can wait for the next move up or the next move down. We have to see what it's going to do around this area now. And this trade is not going well at all. Where I put a sell in at this price right here, that green line is where my sell, and we are $25 in drawdown. So we're at that junction. Do I want to close this trade? Because that's, let's see, that's a move. What are we on? 1 minute? All right, let's put it from here to here. That's 180 pips. And that puts us at $90. Yeah, I think I can risk it. We can risk it. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Because I think that before price is definitely going to come back down before it goes back up. And it's going to happen probably around 12 to 1. Sometime in that range. 12:30 to 1:30, I'll say. There's going to be a reverse move where price will come down. And then it'll wait for London to open. So whatever they're expecting to happen in London, it's going to be the opposite. So I will hold on. Oops, wrong one. I will hold on to this trade. The smarter thing to do would have been to buy, but we're in it now, so let's just see what happens. The same with this. Let's continue. Oops, too fast. Okay, let's see what goes on now. We're testing the zone again. We're bouncing in this area, remember? The zone right in here. So we were bouncing off the top for the longest time, doom, doom, and then we broke into the zone, and now we're bouncing at the bottom of the zone. Let's see, does it break through or does it bounce back up? And London is about to open, so this will be exciting. Ooh, so it breaks through the bottom. And then we're going to have a retest. We may be selling again. Let's see. Yep, it looks like we're selling again. So we want to... All right, we're going to sell this right here. We'll take our 3 pips. Right there. And our stop loss will be 1750. Close enough. All right. Okay, do I want to close this? Maybe I want to close it. Yeah, why am I so hesitant? Why? Why can't I push the button? Okay, because I'm hoping price comes back. That's what I'm hoping. All right, so we read that completely wrong. The bottom. Tested the top. Almost rejected. And then it just kept going up. So on a higher time frame, this would be just one, like say the 15-minute. Or even the 1 hour. This is just one green candle. a red candle and a green candle. But this could also be retracement from this move. I'm going to go ahead and sell it up here. I'm going to reopen the sell. I'm going to sell it up here, but I'm going to go for 6 instead of the normal 3. And then our stop loss, of course, is up there. And it looks like I may have been faked out. Okay, now I'm just looking to get out at break even, because it's testing the upper border of the zone, and it looks like it's going to keep going. Yep, by this point we're done. It's over. There's nothing I can do. Looks like it's going to fly. And we are 2 hours into the London Open. And it just keeps going. Look at that. The flying V right there. But you know what? Man, I can't believe I didn't see this. We were at the bottom of the zone, so of course it was a buy. We touched the top, then we came down, we touched the bottom, and then it took off. It was a buy. I can't believe I didn't see that. The picture I was looking at was too small, and that was my problem. I didn't look at the big picture. I didn't remember that we're at this zone, so of course it's going to be a buy because we're going to try the top again. So with that in mind, let's see if we have an opportunity to get in with a buy. And this looks like our opportunity. So we'll buy, we'll double it, 300, and our stop loss is down here, 17 something or other, 1751, and bam, right there. See how easy it is? We're only $700 in debt or in drawdown. But it could have been far worse. It could have been thousands of dollars. It could have been at least, or at most, $1,700. So that's what I gotta do. I gotta put myself in bad situations and close myself out. And close myself out immediately. That's something that I need to work on. That's a skill and a habit that I need to develop. So I'm just going to start placing crazy trades now and try to get myself out of them. But what happens, of course, I get into good trades. Look at that. Are you kidding me? I just placed a random buy and okay, that's better. Keep going. No, you're going the wrong way. I'm trying to learn a skill here, and you're just feeding my ego, making me think I'm a golden child. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's only one thing to do, and that is to ride it all the way to the top. How high does this go again? Oh, okay, there it is. It's not that far. I guess that was just the right moment to place that trade. All right, here it comes. It's coming back. So let's see, what will I do? When will I pull the plug? because it didn't really touch the top. So, I mean, there is a look, of course, there's a chance that it could still go up. Let's put a little. Oh, okay. Hold on. That's too fast. Too fast. Okay. Okay. And it's going for it. Oh, man. Is it going to go for it before New York or after? Okay, here it comes. Here comes the panic. Nope. All right, it's closed. That was a futile attempt to make a mistake and learn from it, and instead I made a mistake and benefited from it, and that is not a good lesson to learn, because that will just make me think that I'm lucky and that I got the golden touch. So let's try that again. Being as we're at the top, I'm going to go ahead and open a buy order, and we're going to try to close ourselves out of it before it gets too big. Okay. Hold on. Too fast. Too fast. I got to appreciate the loss. Let's close it. Let's see what happens. New York is open and price is going down, so I'm going to close it. All right, let's buy again. $55. Oh, okay, this is I'm just going to try and close it as soon as I see red, just to get used to that. So let's pretend I set my stop loss for 1750. And of course, instead of seeing red, I'm seeing a lot of green. And I don't like that. I mean, I love it, but not for what we're trying to accomplish right now. All right, let's just close it. Let's put in another buy order right here. Seeing as to how we're again at the top. And I'm trying to just close it as quick as I can when we are in drawdown. Why are you doing this, market? Market, you know I'm trying to learn something here and you're making it hard. All right, I'm closing it. Let's buy again at the top. Okay, this is better. 70, 60, 120. I don't like it. All right, let's buy it again. 60, 200. I don't like it. 50, 40, break even. 45, 105, 30. All right, so I'm just trying to get used to closing on red. Okay, that's too much. I don't like that. Trying to close when price is the best. Okay. 50, 30 is good, 60 is all right, 65's 10's good. All right, let's close then. All right. All right, negative 20, 10. All right, we're just trying to get used to closing when the price goes against us instead of riding it all the way to 30 or the 35 pips. Tens, 35's not good, 60's not good. I want to close better. Okay, 85, 100's terrible, terrible price. 250. Oh, okay. If it gets more than 300, I'm closing. Okay, closing. All right. So we're closing at good prices, and that's what I'm trying to train my brain instead of writing it. $25's good. 95 is great. 25's good. 40's okay. 40's all right. Not 80's. Oh, 50's not good. 85 is not good. So we are in the money now. And ooh, we waited too long to close. 60, 150, 190. okay, now price is being really good to me for some weird reason. I'm going to go ahead and close it with this next move up. We're closing. And then buying again. Are you kidding me? Oh, man, I didn't close the move. I just bought more. I added size to it. Okay, so let's close. All right, let's buy here. Oh my goodness, you have to be kidding me. It's gonna bounce up, I know it. Okay, here it comes. I am craving rainbow sherbet ice cream for some reason. All right, let's close. Anyway, I think that was a very, very good round. Learned a lot. And of course, just like last time when I learned that I might be a narcissist, and I have to work on not being a narcissist. So, I don't know if they have a report here or anything. It'd be nice to see a report. So let's go ahead and stop. Let's see where price is currently. So what do we have? Let's see what this is we're 19. I think we were at $25 last time we checked. So still anticipating price going down, collecting $15 and then reversing direction. All right, I got some things I got to do, and I think that was a pretty good stream. I think we learned a lot, and that'll be useful for next time. So just want to say, of course, viewer in the back, always there. I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate it. I appreciate seeing that number of viewers, that one, just pop up. So thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a fantastic day or night. And hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. Of course, always remember, neurons that fire together, wire together. I will see you next time. Really good. That one was really good. Except for the end, when I started getting lucky. Because luck is not something you can depend on.